Hi, my name is Colbier and let's start with Colossal Citadels. Well, actually, let's start with the fact that this list contains only one game that is an exact clone of Heroes of Might and Magic, but most of these games share a lot of similar traits. So Colossal Citadels is a hardcore strategy game where every worker is a link in a huge chain of war and survival, each one capable of becoming a hero and adding something unique to your victory, or failure, more likely. You will take turns expanding your empire into an uncharted continent of the infinite ocean. Well, let's be honest, a continent named the Ocean sounds stupid. I call my cat by my long-deceased dog's name all the time, because I don't care how to call an animal, but to name the whole continent the Ocean? Do you really not care at all?
Hey, let's go and climb this mountain.
But that's a sea, dude.
Yeah, so?
Anyway, here you'll build your town and control battles through a simple interface with a lot of internal automation which minimizes micromanagement. I'm still a bit confused about the graphics. I don't think I like how the game looks, but I can promise that they are not really that bad if you compare them to other games. I shuffled through hundreds of titles while making this video and, believe me, I wish I could unsee things now. For the King 2. First part of the game was a real hit. It has a very positive review score left by more than 20,000 players, so the second part is eagerly awaited. The graphics and style of the game are still like someone merged Heroes of Might and Magic with a children's book, but the gameplay itself is not meant for kids in any way. I know that because I played the first part of the game and I liked it. The game is very hard. It looks like a fluffy unicorn, but actually is a monster that will chew your dignity. In other words, it's a difficult game. So in the second part of For the King, you will build your crew from a selection of plucky characters, whether a common peasant, a brave blacksmith, or even the village alchemist. You know, the guy to whom everyone goes for happy pills. In other words, village drug dealer. Keep in mind that this is a roguelite game, meaning that your party will die, but will keep all the upgrades for the next run. That may not be for everyone, only a true masochist can experience the whole beauty of it, but these very positive reviews of the first part are here for a reason. Sandwalkers. Your main mission is to establish diplomatic and trade relations, to explore and reclaim the lands left for the mercy of monsters and pirates, and most importantly, to plant a new tree city that can become a refuge for your tribe and your allies. So here you'll guide a caravan of adventurers through ever-changing landscapes and fight to survive in the face of acid rain, sandstorms, heat waves, and eternal lack of potato salad. You will tame hostile creatures, rescue refugees, seek allies for mutual aid, or follow the blood path and loot everything you can. The battles are gridless, but the world map is grid-based, so the opposite of Heroes of Might and Magic games, but that is cool, that is okay. We don't want exactly the same game over and over again.
Well, actually we do.
Oh, shut up. Anyway, if you do, wait till I tell you about the Silence of the Siren a bit later in this video. So, Sandwalkers looks like a game with a deep lore and interesting encounters. Zephon. This looks like a treat for gamers who like Civilization and Heroes of Might and Magic. Zephon resembles some kind of a hybrid. Developers are promising complex, nuanced battle system where victory is achieved by a matter of skill and not by just sheer numbers. You'll also get a fair share of diplomacy, research, exploration, and city building. And you will never guess the actual genre of this game. It is a post-apocalyptic horror survival strategy. That is definitely something new in this field, and I'm really excited for this game. This may be a real treat for strategy lovers, no doubt. Spellforce, Conquest of Eo. This is a spin-off from the famous RTS RPG Spellforce games. This time it's turn-based strategy RPG. Here you'll command mighty heroes and will send armies on countless quests. Fill your books with spells to grow your power and raise your wizard's tower to become the greatest mage of all time. From the humble beginnings of your small wizard's tower, you will send your minions and heroes to explore the realms of Eo and show everyone who's the best Harry Potter of these lands. Or, more like a Saruman, because why would you play as good if you can play as evil? If you are evil in real life, you get 0 potato salad and then go to jail, but if you are evil in game, 0 consequences. Be evil as long as you want. The game also features unique heroes, rune and artifact crafting, and procedurally generated campaign. Sounds cool. I will definitely try the game when it's released. Silence of the Siren. This is a Heroes of Might and Magic inspired game with one cool twist. The action develops in science fiction setting. Well, I would say that.
This is very innovative.
But Age of Wonders Planetfall already did that before it was cool. This approach though is more classic 2D style oriented, and that is great. I really liked Heroes before they became a 3D candy for the eye and lost most of its original soul. When you look at these 3D Heroes games right now, they look bad. The graphics are old and they suck. And the visuals of Heroes of Might and Magic 3, for example, are still great. Anyway, in Silence of the Siren, you will explore different planets, gather resources to expand your bases, raise an army and defeat your opponents. You know, all that classic stuff. Units and battles in general look very nice, but the exploration part is what really got my attention here. The world and its details here are great, and this is what I like to see in the Heroes of Might and Magic clone. Developers assured me personally that we will not only get fighting and world exploration parts, but also town screens. That is great to hear, and actually I cannot wait till I could put my filthy fingers on this game. Nemire. This is a small indie game made by one Lithuanian dude, and the name of the game is what catches my attention. You know, I was browsing through hundreds of games for some other list, and suddenly I see a Lithuanian word that literally means the undead. Mire would be an equivalent of the dead. Nemire, undead. There, a tiny Lithuanian lesson for you. So I clicked on it, and hey, it's a nice tiny game similar to Heroes of Might and Magic, so I saved it for later, and that later is now. Here you are, the undead, and not some simple skeleton, but the final boss. Parties of dungeon explorers, knights of light and raiders will try to conquer your kingdom, and by knowing you as a player they will succeed quite easily. No offense, well, a little offense, but that's not what you want. You want these knights dead, so you will build your squad of undead. And I guess if you surprisingly succeed, you will make more undead out of these dead knights and make your army strong. Strong like dektine. That's a Lithuanian word for vodka. We are still learning here. So, as I've said, this looks like a tiny but very nice game for an evening or two. Revival Recolonization. The game more closely represents Civilization than Heroes, but it still has many similar traits, so I decided that it may be interesting for you as well. Set in a post-apocalyptic version of Earth, Revival is a 4X strategy game where the world and its rules can change at key moments, creating a deep and highly replayable experience. You will explore a transformed planet, negotiate or conquer new territories. You will bring the light of civilization to regressing human colonies in order to prepare mankind for war with a despotic entity. And that, my friends, is an evil AI. So is this some prequel for Terminator and its Skynet, you may ask? Well, the robots here aren't as terrifying, but it's easy to say when they are not coming to kill you. You know, it doesn't really matter what someone who wants you dead looks like. You know, vodka wants you dead and it looks like harmless water. Looks are deceiving. Anyway, Revival Recolonization has a lot of re in its name. The guy who named the game isn't the most creative one, but let's hope that he's just some friend of developers and doesn't actually work on the project. And they let him name the game like that because he holds the producer's daughter as a hostage. There's no other explanation. And the last game I want you to take a look is a bonus title. It's nothing like Heroes of Might and Magic, but every list ever suggests that if you like Heroes games, you will love Inkulinati as well. So to spice up your curiosity, I will tell you that here you can kill with your thoughts. That should really grab your attention. If it grabs somewhere else, call the police. Inkulinati is an ink-based strategy game straight from medieval manuscripts, where a thought can be deadlier than a sword. You will take your turn in Inkulinati duels filled with an expected tactical depth and humor.
Yeah, fart humor, very funny, haha.
Shut up, that is always funny. You'll embark on an ever-changing journey, build your own bestiary, defeat medieval superstars and collect perks to unleash special powers. And now it's the time when you must subscribe. It's the law, I have nothing to do with that. The penalty of not subscribing to my channel is a ban from Boobhala after you die. It's terrible, I know, so I guess you have to subscribe. Thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time, bye!